South Africa, good evening. I'm Sebastian. I would like to welcome you again to Creative World Vanguard. How are you? Ka Sesotho re re dumelang. We are back with Ntate Musa Gumbi today. And I would humbly like to apologize for taking time in between our podcasts, because sometimes you'd find that the topics that we talk about here, they need to be, the documents and everything that we have, there are developments that happened after the show. So we apologize for that, but going forward, we will try and keep engaged as much as possible. And if you can recall, on our last show, we were expecting Ntate Ngubi. We were expecting Ntate Musa to come through to the show and be with us. But due to some security reasons, he was not able to come through. But today, he's with us, and we are grateful that everything went well. Before I go any further and unpack what we have for you on this show, let me welcome Ntate Musa. Ntate Gumbi, how are you?
Greetings, sir. I'm fine. How are you, sir?
No. We are great. Great.
Greetings to the viewers too.
Definitely, yes.
Yeah. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. It is evening. Ntate Musa, we have a slight different show today, where I would really like you to talk to the nation. I know that we spoke a lot about different cases, different issues that we needed to tackle. However, today I just have a few concerns which I would like to, put them to you. And then while you tell us what you have for us today, you also tackle this a few, there's just a few, because we engage with the public. We engage with the viewers, and we learn what they want to understand. So, Ndate, we are aware that UAT have sent, and secondly, Ndate Musa, look, we talked a lot on our past podcasts. We unpacked a lot of cases on our previous podcasts. But what one really wants to know is that why exactly, or what makes you do what you are doing, and why are you doing it? There are concerns that maybe you have an agenda, or you have, you are captured. I would like you to address that today. I'd really like you to address that today. And while you're on that, I won't put much, but I want to add this one too. Also, looking at the work that you have done, and the what has transpired during your career, in terms of the state, how they treated you, we would really like to know, is this some sort of revenge for you? And if not, and honestly, and if not, who are you, Ntate Musa? Who are you? So the rest we'll get into them, but as you unpack what you have prepared for us today, I would really like you to tackle some of those concerns, please. Yeah.
This, I think, why is the joke? Someone is laughing at me. You guys are laughing at me. Why you ask me questions then you laugh? You see, but it's okay. To start with, once again, today is Friday. My name is Musa Kumbe, teenage Musa Kumbe. Yes. Since it's Friday, how do I say? South Africans, I think the world is watching. Secondly, I want to say greet them also in a Juma day of our Islamic faith, which is Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh and Juma Mubarak. I pass my greetings and Juma, good Juma day for my Muslim brothers and sisters. Shalom to those of Yom al-Sabbath, for those who celebrate Sabbath, because Sabbath starts now after 6. Now also, I want to greet all other interfaith, other religious people and ordinary viewers who don't actually follow faith, or those who believe only in God. Look, first of all, I could say this is true. It's a very sensitive topic and platform. I appreciate all your questions. Your questions of concern. It's more like you want me to elaborate my purpose. What is the purpose I'm here? Why am I doing what I'm doing? Where am I? Am I a human being or not? I guess those are, are the questions. Sorry for that, but I will quickly take you through something. My name, like I said, is Musa Kumbe. I'm not doing this thing for anybody or for fame or for anybody. First of all, I'm a citizen of South Africa. This is our country together. We are living in a country where we want equality, peace, justice. We want respect and safety. So as a born South African from the Free State province, I personally want to say it's not even the career that one chooses to be part of what I'm doing. This is not a career because there's danger in it, but it's part of humanity, a very concerned citizen of the country of South Africa, if not a continent at large in Africa, where we believe that we are led by government or by the people whom we elect to be governments, and government without safety and security is not a government. Any institute that goes without SWOT analysis or any structure of intelligence without SWOT analysis, I think people, they understand the meaning of SWOT analysis. Your strong, weak, and threats and opportunities or disadvantages of being led by the system or by government or director that doesn't have a vision, it's a problem. It means this doesn't just become a threat to, to the country, but to the whole world, if not our economy, our taxes, our environment, our socialism, our everything become compromised because we tend to rely or believe in the government or leaders that we elected, that we positioned in place. Yes. And then as a young man who grew up going to school, of course, I grew up loving business because I remember when I was in grade 7, which was, standard 9, I don't know, 1997, what was it called? Sometimes I confuse it. It was my first year in high school. Yes. I started selling duvets and so forth, designing coffins, doing welding. I did lots of handwork. I started also building at the same time. I was building houses with my uncles. And I grew up knowing what is money. I also grew up knowing what is poverty at the same time. Now, people shouldn't forget, I mentioned that my grandmother is from Eastern Cape, Osa. And then my grandfather is originally a Mozambican. Although being a Mozambican, he married multiple wives, from different countries. And he made our mothers and fathers, which made who we are today. And then me being in this area, I'm proud to announce that my former primary school is Bikemiseso Primary School in Kroonstad, in Gelekwaarts, basically. That's where I did my primary level. And then, like I also mentioned in the past, that I grew up in a background where there were lots of groups and gangsters that were there terrifying us. Yes. That abused our childhood. Yes. And those are things sometimes in many homes, there are children who are very resisting, who looks like they're rebellious in the families because of how they are being treated at home or how they are being managed at home, or sometimes they feel their parents are biased. They choose other children more than others. I mean, even today, in our lifetime where people have money, have got access to almost everything in every family, those people are respected, those people don't have career, or those people without funds. So government these days is also like that. When you have money, you are more above everything. They don't even, the law don't face you. You can't face the law. Now, you look at the South African prisons, they are full. The way they are so full, sometimes you find the people who are in there are people who has committed a real crime and others did not commit any crime. Now, question is, why are you coming only now? Like, I don't just come, and I've said before, it's not only now I'm coming out. To many people who were listening to my videos or to our interviews in the past couple of weeks, they'll understand I said, I've done this thing since childhood, but not realizing that I'm somehow going to be recruited by the government or by the Secret Service or by the state security. Yes. But as you grow up, you tend to dislike anything evil. Remember from childhood also, I said, I was fighting with the gangsters called 3 Million and other groups in Kronstadt and in Virginia because I went to Mamelo High School in Virginia in the Free State. From there, that's when I disappeared. But my fight was fighting against other groups that will come in our communities and rape our mothers, our sisters, and including some groups of the white regime of the time that will abuse us. So I grew up being a rebellious child against oppression, against lies, against hate and abuse, because I grew up being beaten almost every day in my life. So with that, until God led me to a position of being a help to the state and other safety institutes. So to the viewers or listeners who may not know, who meet me today, and I think many others, I was born before them and others were born before me, I can say this should be a platform of many of us learning into one another. These days, there's no one, not every person wants to be a student. All of us, we think we know. You know, you find a person going to university, do your law, your bachelor, your degree, you come back here, you say you're a professor, PhD, but you don't know how to clean the toilet. You don't know how to cook for yourself. You don't know how to do your garden. You need other people with those skills to come and help you. So also in the security sector, you cannot say you know everything when you are actually going to already be self-centered or biased when you listen to the presentation. I think a wise man will always take the notes down. Even our viewers, I think from today, they should also learn to take notes, have a piece of paper, write some points that you don't understand. You know, there are prepared and unprepared speeches.
Correct.
You know, you'll argue and debate with everyone, but you're not going to get anywhere. Just like those who read the Bible, they don't understand the terms of the Bible. So that's why there's a church to elaborate and teach people of what's going on in the church. Some people, they read the chapters or the verses, which are very solid verses to understand. When I speak here, like I've seen in most of the comments, it will be that thing of saying, he's a liar. Where's the evidence? Where is what? Yeah. We haven't even reached that stage yet. So we will talk in a very bold format, in a sense that then you will have to unpack each and every point that shall be made in our interviews. Yes. Now, once again, thank you, viewers. I want to say this to you. UAT Nna Geboni, I've seen the papers, I've seen Parliament. Funny, I received even the video clip that ad hoc committee wants me to come to Parliament. Surprisingly, I wrote even before UAT, before even these things they want to think of, I wrote personally to the Parliament. I wrote to ad hoc committee, to Matlanga Commission. Even before this, I wrote to Zondo Commission in the past years to say, I'm concerned about our country. I'm concerned about the type of state capture. I'm concerned about the crime. So, but people, being people or leaders that we choose, because even them, they come into power with their own coup, if not people of their choice. Then the system or the government that we follow becomes biased or sidelined or one-sided. And which, if you're a true citizen or through a member of community or through leader or through member of the church whatsoever, don't take sides. You must remain fair and honest and neutral. Don't take sides. Don't treat other people unjustly, because this loyalty starts from home, where you treat your children unfairly, be it they are criminals or not. Be it they committed a crime, then you both or each and every person committed crime. If there's evidence and there's a lead to it, let the law or let the rules of justice take its course. You know, but I'm not going to pretend to speak or to say, I just came in now. You understand, my brother? I didn't just come now.
We've gone through that.
I didn't come just now. Yeah. So I think I've done this thing for centuries. Like I said, for years. Look, I've been to almost 72 countries. You understand? I speak 24 languages. The people I'm arguing with here, they can't speak the languages I speak. You understand? They've never seen things that I've seen. They've never been in a battlefield. They've never been in other foreign countries where they see how people suffer. They've never experienced those things. So what will it be of me to degrade myself if I'm going to argue with someone who don't do a research? Unfortunately, I'm not going to do that. answering your question with UAT, I was there and I wrote emails before even UAT. I went to Zondo before 2018, before I can even think of UAT. UAT was not even yet born.
Yeah, I do remember we had documents about that. Yes.
Yeah. So other people now, I also did some research, actually, basically, when I think that was 3 days ago. I checked what the people are saying.
Yeah.
Then I did this thing called Google AI intelligence. I don't know what you call it. Google AI, right? Or intelligence AI, what?
Yeah, Google AI. Yes.
Google AI.
Yes.
Is it how you call it? Or it's Google intelligence, basically. I checked what does it say of me. It say they even lie. Imagine even the cyber system lies, bruh. You know, telling people or saying, yeah, he's the very person. He's a very aggressive person. And number two, he like to take matters to court and contest unjustly matters. They're talking nonsense, basically. They're talking nonsense. It's what the mindset of individuals see it like. We all have right to think. We have right to opinion.
Yeah.
We have right to question and interrogate. But we have no right to rule and judge and conclude that this is how you are. That is why even in a court of law, it says you are not guilty until proven.
Yes.
Unless and if only your trial is complete and there's justice or ruling. You understand?
Correct.
So, but now with the government and the system we have, we don't even believe in their justice. That is why we'll always reserve the one above God. If you fear God, you won't fear any mankind. You understand? If you fear God, you won't fear the judges. If you fear God, you won't find any human being. You will only fear what God is going to do, because these days, justice system or governments are biased. And I'm saying it again. There's a lot of compromise in the countries and the laws that we live in. And that is now the reason I came out, because I've been within the environment. I've been through lots of things of many people. Like I say, they just learn it now. So why are we going to be concerned and curious about people who are not listening or willing to learn?
Yeah.
But I'm doing this thing as a, self-willing. I'm not at a gunpoint. And even those that may also have the thought, like time, we know, and there's issues of threat. Those are the truth. Yes. So UAT, I'm proud that, and I'm happy to see that they've gone to that level. But I can tell you, I've given already emails to the ad hoc committee.
Yeah.
I've given the emails to the Madanga Commission, not only yesterday, not only because of UAT.
Yes.
Last, I even have reference numbers here.
I do remember
to
that,
go
yes.
to Madanga Commission and to ad hoc committee.
Yeah.
So for those who meet things, who catch a ride while a train is moving, that's why they always get injured. You know, they break their psychological emotion and so forth, because they don't know. They just catch a ride not knowing where the car or where the train started. So for that, my brother, I wish to say, this thing, it's being in me in blood, and I'm a businessman. I do my own business.
I think you've just crossed over to one of the questions that I wanted to ask you, because my understanding is that the job that you're doing, financially, it's costly. I mean, you drive cars which are, that have security. You even have your own security, and investigating. I mean, traveling to all these countries, it must be costly. My question is, how are you affording that?
Okay. Look, to those who don't know, and once again, to answer you, my brother.
Yeah.
I don't know if you people believe in miracles and fortune, and to say if your intention is good, God gives you according to your intention. And that intention goes with the sacrifice and effort that you make to achieve certain things in life.
I think I'm a student now. I should learn.
Yes.
Yes.
You cannot always get things easier. Because in my background, like I said, religiously, we taught of charity. Number two, like I said, I've explored. And even the government on its own, SAPS, I said it was not even financially taking care of me. But I made sure that I have extra hustle. When you're a real man, you must always have extra kraals to survive. The difference between a person who hustles and a person who formalizes their life because they have a career and profession is because they will always compile CV to go queue up for the job of their title. Because all they know is the theory part of what they studied for, then they don't have a practical outcome or results
True that, yes.
of being experienced to the theology. They haven't tested what they've studied. So when you hustle, you explore and you go extremely so to educate yourself. I'll make you guys laugh today. There's something called mobile university, which is socialism and interacting with foreign countries, learning their cultures and making individual wise men. If you are a young person and you are seeing a mentor or someone with a great intelligence or business, learn to associate yourself in a company of a wise man. Do not go and sit with people who are going to waste your time in future with alcohol and clubs and parties. You need to choose people who will groom you and empower you. So I, luckily by God's grace, got groomed by most wise men around the world. The people that I met are people who made me to see the beauty of being a great seeker of knowledge. To seek knowledge and seek network and information doesn't mean to become a doctor or lawyer or anything alone. We don't discredit secular information. But how many young people you find that they are in the street, graduated, they still have jobs, they don't have jobs.
They don't have jobs.
And those same people cannot reason with people of theology or with a garden man or with a farmer. Every person with their portfolio or career or skill, they mean something. So I started hustling. I got a company. Well, I deal with minerals. That's one thing I can tell you. Number two, I've got a company in Zimbabwe. It's called Kunmos Investment. It's also dealing with brokering. Number three, I think when I was 16 years, I started holding almost 50,000 every month. Because every time after school, I would go to the street and stand at the robots and design frames and sell door to door. You understand? Because I would do what these Egyptians, Iraqians are doing. And I'll go door to door, sell door to door to pay my school fees.
Right.
Fortunate enough, even my parents never took me to school. I paid for my school. And when I realized that I'm making more money, money can also drive you into ego, right? I saw myself now being the father of the nation, Then that gave me the thought to expand my network. But not forgetting that while you are doing this business, there are people who steal in your business. There's people who still come and want to rob you. Once you are successful, there are those who want to kidnap you. Then the elements of threats that occurred while I was still working hard to sell, to make a living, made me to start believing also in policing and safety of the country. And remember, this thing started 1990, not even 1999, 1990. 1989 already I was exposed to this. Remember, I finished my primary level in 1995. 1995 already, those who know me in Free State in Kronstadt, they used to call me a madman. I used to make sure that I go and hustle, I fight. I used to make also physical street fighting for money. For me to get into the ring and wrestle with you, it was always about money. We would make money.
Yeah.
So with that, yes, my companies are doing very well. I've got a company that's been sustaining me since 2010, MK Minerals, and I've got another company, Kunmos Investment. Then I expanded my relationship to an extent that most of the operations, yes, I was doing and I'm still doing, I never took or go look for a job under anybody's office. And I won't do it, and it will never happen. I don't see myself going to look for a job.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. That answers me my question on the financial aspect, because honestly speaking, looking at your everything that you're doing, it definitely is financially straining. So I wanted to know, how are you surviving on that? So you've answered that question. But the last one, which I still want to go back to, is that if you are not captured, and you don't have an angle to everything that you are doing, Ntate Musa, what is your goal? What do you want to see happening?
What a sigh. If I was a Jamaican, I would speak Rastafari language. Yeah, man, You know what? Life is a test, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters. We all live in a cycle. a cycle of making life a friend of death, a death a friend of life. But the purpose of living on earth is to leave a legacy. You must create something that will tomorrow maybe empower those whom you have left behind. It's not about me alone. Being a South African citizen, again, being an African, being a Pan-Africanist, there are lots of things I personally feel that are most important for all of us to do, is to become part of solution in the country we live in. We are living in governments or in countries where our people, they think they must be fed while they are sitting down. And our people expecting to see national security when they are sleeping and getting otherwise, not thinking positive with their lives. These days, our people are lazy to apply their mindset to team up, to collaborate and become one entity that will make a sovereignty or a very great life in environment of lifestyle in our life. Right. We are having a society where people are more selfish and self-centered. That if my child or my mother or my family is not better than the other, then those others must suffer. They want good only for themselves. Now, that goes exactly to the same government that we have of lies. We are having a government of lies, yet we are paying taxes. We are having government of lies, yet they are saying we must do and register our businesses, but we are being robbed on a daily basis. They are saying we must be honest, yet they are kidnapping and raping our children on a daily basis. What type of life is that? So charity is not only giving out money.
Right.
Charity is a self-sacrifice to be part of solution. Charity is wanting to see people's life being better. Yeah. Now, if you look at the life that we are living in today in South Africa, it's painful, my brother. Most of our male guys or people who gather together, it's all about all about parties. When are we going to do an empowerment of educations and skills to our young generations? Even if you to do that, how do you guarantee that the very same government that's promising you NSFAS and those funds, they will give it to you when they steal it? Remember, security is not only about the physical guard. It's got cyber. It's got, health. It's got water and food security, water security, environmental security. Everything that we go through in life needs security. So a country with a lack of security and safety is not a country. And a country that leads the people but with lies and being biased is not a country. So people will want to understand, when do a person start to rebel? You rebel from your mother's womb. Starting from your mother's stomach, you start having choice of not drinking alcohol in your stomach. So when you go out on the planet Earth, you go out already knowing that this is wrong, this is not right. It takes you time before you can start digesting everything you see in the planet.
Yeah.
So I made a choice because I've seen and I've been part of the people who are victims of crime. I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
So far, yeah.
I'm a victim also of abuse in this country. So the only painful part of it is wanting to be part of solution. And you meet hypocrites. You meet false government and false leaders. You'll meet people who only think of their children and their families. They don't care about their neighbors. You meet the people who pretend that because they're in government or in high office that they never came from the township. People who forgot that before they got there, we're eating the township together in the same pot. So this is the reason I came, and I'm still coming. And let me give you an example, my brother. May God have, also we forgot to pass our condolences to those children who passed on in Sebokeng.
Yes.
In Vanderbijl Park.
In Vanderbijl Park.
This scenario repeats itself exactly like the one that happened in West Rand, not Randfontein, in Carltonville, where students died. So I want to pass my condolences and sympathy to those families that are affected. Yes, and those other children that has just lost their life, that protect your children out there. Yes. And make sure that, like you see, transport on its own part of security. Inspection of those transport must be done. Drivers must have licenses. People must be legal to be on the South African public roads.
You are correct.
So I want to say my condolences and sympathy to all out there. Correct. So the question is, what is my goal? My goal is to motivate and to see that each and every citizen of our country is safe. My goal is to make sure that there's all these dirty people. Listen, bruh, there's no other way to say it. All these dirty politicians and ministers and who are corrupt must get out of power. Why must you buy faces about it? All these people who claim that they are part of national security and they are mafians and criminals must leave the government.
Yes.
There's no other way around it. Because if you are not going to vocalize yourself or speak out, you're going to remain a victim and slave of your own country and your own freedom in this country.
But Ntate Musa, if you look at what you are saying, haven't that been said over and over? And each government that wants to sit on governance or maybe political party say they're going to fight crime, and then they never end up doing. You look at not only South Africa, you look at countries around us. It's the same problem. You've got crime, rotten politicians. You've got rotten police, rotten. But the I cannot say message. I can say the song is that we're fighting crime.
Once again, I'll say, my brother, rebellious actions will always be there.
Mm.
It won't stop.
Mm-hmm.
Until and if only we find the right leaders. Every time when there's a sabotage and exploitation and abuse and injustice, inequality, my brother, rebellious movement will always rise.
They will always be there.
And then we cannot stop because this government, they came with the wrong intentions and our leaders are fake or liars. Mm-hmm. Amongst them, they do reflect one another. They are aware that they are lying to the people, misleading the nation. You understand? Okay. So with that, we cannot stop. And even if they were to silence you because you are vocalizing, you're speaking out against them.
Someone else will come.
Somebody else has to come. You can't finish all this majority. You know, there's a slogan, a very funny one. Mm-hmm. But may people respect it. I'm sorry, guys. But the slogan says, "When nation united shall never be defeated." One nation united can never be defeated. They can come with their bullets, with their tankers. They will only kill certain numbers. But the rebellious system will always continue as long as there's an oppressor. Yes. There will be revolutionary movement. There will be revolutionary individuals. There will be revolutionary actions. There will be picketing and rising. Within our human rights laws in South Africa, we are entitled to express our feelings. We are entitled to revolt against the wrong government.
But would you agree with me that within those rebellion or rebellious individuals, there are those that have their own intentions. There are those that have their own angles. Because at the end of the day, being rebellious also, you must understand what you are being rebellious against and what is your end goal. Hence, we are asking, what do you want to see?
I want to see a very stable and peaceful country. I want to see a country where we are free to walk after 6 years without anybody grabbing your phone. My brother, to tell you something, mina in the street, it doesn't matter where I am. I can never allow to see someone robbing someone in my eyes. You know, our people these days, they use cell phones as a gun. You know, when someone is being slapped and being robbed, one is taking footages. But you know, once you can walk into that situation and save a life, it's better than allowing a person to be a victim of crime.
Then you are busy taking videos.
You are busy taking videos for what? For celebritism, for famous. You want to be famous. You understand? So I'm one person who cannot resist anything I see with my eyes that is evil, my brother. Once I see there's danger there, I will always come in. Not that I'm more than anything. No boss on earth. There's no king of the road.
That's true.
You understand? The king is the mighty above. But the bottom line remains that why shouldn't the society team up? And we must all unite to fight this kind of instability and crime. And we must have an honest choosing leaders by qualities, not because of their history and their wealth. You understand?
Yes.
Because even when our presidents come in, we choose them because of their money. How many people have money, my brother, have abused children, the system? Some of them promised you heaven and earth. Where are they today?
Nowhere to be found.
You understand?
Yeah.
So personally, I am okay coming out from the clause of the state. And I came out 2016, 2017. But can I tell you, till today, I'm still operational. I'm still active. You understand?
Yes.
In my own way.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
And I can never resist or go back because there are some people who are threatening to do this and that. If it's time, let it be. But the bottom line remains, the more our people are sitting silent wherever they are and quiet, there's no any other person who will come and solve their problem.
Yes.
It's like all of us being selfish and self-centered, building the big walls when our neighbors are being robbed and killed while we are sleeping. Because of those walls, we can't even see through next door what's happening.
And we can't even help.
We can't even help because, first of all, they lock themselves in those big halls. There's a danger. How do you then come and rescue them? You understand? And the criminals are minority, my brother. Look, when you talk of a criminal, you're talking about a human being. You understand? Yeah. Yes, there are type of aggression and anger that these people use out there. But a criminal is not only a man who go and rob the car in the street. A criminal, there's white-collar crime, which is what most politicians are doing. And you look at how they actually want to dominate. You understand? So personally, I chose a spear to revolt against injustice and against inequality.
Yes.
So the goal I want to see, my brother, let's leave this legacy into something else. We are not supposed to be told by Trump and Elon Musk and the others on how to run our country. There are those who died who were in leadership who say black people can never unite. Because Haribo, now when you look at each other, we always want to look at the problem. We don't bring resolution of ideas, of sharing ideas, of being one thing. We hate each other by culture, by tribe. I don't care about them. It's their mindset. You understand? Yeah. The only thing is our people must learn to learn before they can start arguing with one another. Prepare yourself before you can judge each other. So if you come on I think we started in the wrong leg at the right time. Now, because somebody, I don't owe anybody nothing.
However, I do think there's
yeah.
It probably was time for you to blow up the way you are now. Even later, you've made connections to the ad hoc committee before, and no.
My brother, you know what? Like I said, this thing has been years from 2014, 15, 16. You're not about Paulo Sullivan today. They only know Paulo Sullivan now. I know this man long way back. It's only now they're seeing all these people they're watching on TV now because of these commissions and whatsoever. We know them physically. You understand?
Yes.
And we know how they think. We know what they're planning. So I must sit back and compete with people who are reading propaganda. And I compete with propaganda.
On a lighter note, looking at the commissions that we have, are they taking us somewhere? Are they productive? Are they just there just for the show and then just on a lighter note? Honestly speaking, since they are calling you now, I'd really want to know that something will happen afterwards.
Okay. First of all, to the most guys who are in parliament, they are not stranger to my face. I'm not stranger in their face. And we all know each other. So unfortunately, I wouldn't even surprise even if they don't call me in. Because going backwards, I've been an activist. I'm an activist even now, you know. Many guys, they know me. I died inside. I kept quiet for so long, even in a political spaces or background.
Yes.
People in the political parties, mostly it's more employment and labor. They are more for money, for payment, for salaries. Of course, there are those who are saying because they built government, they built policies, they built this, they are doing it for us people. I don't dispute, it's true there are those who are like that. But majority of the people who are in parliament, it's all stomach there. They are there because they must get salary. You understand? A true leader is not a man in parliament. A true leader is a person who lives within the society and not a crisis in the community. A true leader is that person who will come to you when you don't have water. How long does it take a minister to leave Cape Town or to leave their comfortable homes to feed you? You understand? Every day of my life, every corner I go, every day in my streets, I share something with somebody. You understand? You don't need to be in parliament. You don't need to be in government to be part of solution. But yes, we do need resolution in the crisis that we have. The purpose of a leader is to be there for the people and treat people equally so and be just. How a government is not doing us a favor, bruh. People must never fear government as if government is a threat. Government is not. Government is a government by the people.
Correct.
You understand?
Correct.
So these commissions that they are making, if they are not serving the interest of the people, they are as better as useless to leave them and not to do them. But if only they can promise us out of this ad hoc committee and this Madlanga commission, or even that one of Zondo commission, state capture, must come.
One, yes.
Then they must bring justice and equality in it. But what I've learned, our leaders in political atmosphere are not leaders because of human nature and fear of God. They are there because they are only there because of their fame, being celebrities, or being something else. But if they were there for the people, there are very few of them who sleep saying, what about the nation? I mean, you know how many people, my brother, go to auctions to see that they are really suffering on a daily basis? Do you know how many homes that have no satellite in the townships, in the rural areas, where police station, in the farm areas, there's only one satellite with one baggie of the police baggie? Visibility of police in communities is lacking. If someone is being kidnapped or raped today, police are always running after these people. They don't catch them on action. We lack resources in fighting crime in our communities. We lack resources in trying to implement equality. We lack the resources in an environment where we can understand one another. And another element to South Africa that will help our people in South Africa as a whole, it's humanity. No one is above the law, Baba. It doesn't matter who. Every person must account.
Yes.
I'm surprised. All these people who are in parliament, look, people will think we're trying to claim.
Yeah.
But now I'm against all those people that they've spoken or they've seen in ad hoc mostly, because we also met. I met with them. And they are not even mentioning till today, how have I helped them? You understand? They don't talk where they come from with me. You understand? Not because I want to be praised. They are in those positions, in those ranks because of people like us. You understand? We're not, they still treat you like a trash. You understand? They think because they are now ministers in government, we must do. So, one, I'm not angry. Unlawfully, those who arrested me, kidnapped me, tortured me, my brother, Kamaka, with lies, they must account. I don't hesitate. I don't turn back to that. And I will use all the resources to fight injustice and abuse I got from the system. I will go all the way. My brother, imagine if Steve Biko and Nelson Mandela, we still celebrate them today. Every year we go to their grave and celebrate their memories.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What makes you to think I'm not as important as them? What makes you to think that you're not better than them? What makes you not to think you're equally to them? Is it because of their name and surname or legacy that they wrote? Every human being has got value. Every person is very important in life.
Yeah.
So, Baba, unless and if only my China movies are born, if what Chinese movies will laugh, they always say bow down. They must bow down here and apologize. And they must apologize because of abuse that they've made. My brother, these guys abused me. You understand? So, Hakito hesitated. Yeah. And I'm not going to stop fighting them legally, no matter what. They can come with storm and water. I'll always be standing. If it's time for me to rest, I'll smile because I could have rested when my heart is pleased. So with what I'm trying to say, my brother, I don't know if you want to ask me one more questions.
I actually, no more questions. I just want you to proceed because to continue with what you've prepared for us, because I think the questions that I had for you, you've answered me. You've actually answered me. And the last one was the one that you are stressing right now, that the people who you are dealing with them kasemolao, and therefore it's not that you are here because unale or you have revenge against anyone. You are here because obatla ho bona phetogo.
Even if those who robbed me, those who kidnapped me, my brother gets up here, Soweto. I was in a coffin. They kidnapped me, they put me in a coffin. You understand? These guys, when they picked me up, and I will never forget, Mr. Makubo fan, you General Makubo. Like that guy, he beat me up, bruh. That guy sat on my neck, he broke me, that man. and his colleagues, they know each other. So I'm not going to stop until justice takes place. You understand? The crew that was with him, they must know I will fight them till the end. So I'm angry with that. You understand? That is personal. I'm not going to smile about that, my brother. You robbed me. You know, I was shot in front of Hillbrook Police Station, daylight. Daylight in front of police. I still have a case in Johannesburg, Johannesburg Magistrate Court. Police shooting at me. You know, held me hostage in Hillbrook. Actually, they picked me up, go Yoveli, but flatting. Why should I forget and forgive such people?
You know why I will believe what you are doing now is not revenge.
Yeah.
If you were not disclosing the tabatsetso buang and being honest by saying, and I'm still gonna deal with them. Motho is real. Motho o bua nnete and ha etse dintho on the basis ya hore I'm doing this for revenge. Motho a dintho on revenge. Ha disclose. O tlo bona the actions fela, but you know hore on this part and this part I'm dealing with this because I'm not happy with 1, 2, 3. You know. So I think I can take that. I can take that. Yes.
Yeah, I get there's no crime that goes unquestionable.
Correct.
So the law must deal with them. Then coming to the country government we're living in, trust me, I want our viewers to understand. If we don't change things on ourselves, I'll give a few points of why I'm sitting here as well.
Please
My business is still running very well. And when I travel, I do go out and look for money. And then, of course, money is the power. Without money, poverty is the curse. When you are suffering, my brother, you always think about the next meal. You know, and if you don't know what to eat tomorrow, you don't sleep peacefully.
That is true.
Now, you also want to know about praying. If you don't go to pray, but God is the power, He fulfills promises. But you sometimes wish God can just show now and respond now. That is where you find people take advantage on the disadvantaged. You know, they take young children, young women, promise them this and that, love and this and properties, and take advantage on such. Today, people are being bought to destroy their integrity, their capacity and capabilities because of poverty. Poverty is a curse, my brother. Poverty is a problem. And now imagine if you work so hard, somebody come and rob your handbag. You work so hard waking up, someone come and destroy your furniture. You work so hard and someone takes your pension. You understand what does that mean? This is things that we can never say yes to. These are zero tolerance to reality.
Correct.
You understand?
Correct.
So I think people must understand. We're doing these things not because we are rich. I keep reaching. But I'm a hustler. Baba, I go all out. I go get what I want. You know? And how I get it, they can do their due diligence and investigations. They are open to do their own findings to understand if there's any criminality. Linda one day get Labona Sarah Sekapa SIU sitting on my side. So with that, I'm prepared to say, I'm here. Stop wasting time and thinking that you are dealing with a criminal. And to those who are saying, it's not make sure, they must pray that this ad hoc also call me. Things will happen in Parliament, you know. And when you got there, a man became starter, you know. There's nothing in stuttering. No. Lucky I have wipes. I don't have a handkerchief. I've got the wet wipes next to me, but pink ones anyway. But so, what? So now I want to guarantee you, my fellow South Africans, a country without security is not a country. A country that lies to people demoralizes its hope in the future. A system or government, people put in offices, when they sit in that offices, they become rude to our citizens. You know, you make a person director, you put them in SARS, you put them in any office. Once they sit there in those chairs, all they think is to undermine people's integrity and people's presence. They are there for the purpose. You phone police station, it rings 20 times before they answer your call. You go to the labor department, they make you run. You go to the border gate, you are standing on the queue, standing for long there. For long. Yet they were meant to serve the society and the public. How about it's a favor for those people? There are lots of young people who are looking for jobs. Another thing, lead restaurant thing, I remember now is also in Cape Town, One guy tells me, after eating, say, collect your food, she's a waitress. So, in short, I'm trying to say, once you are given a position, you are not in charge, you are just an employee. Your arrogance and attitude to the people, it shouldn't be there.
Actually, they forget how
they now secured pension and they know you cannot fire them at any time. Once I've got my right, I'll use my lawyer. But those people are failures sitting in there. You understand? If you are leading the people, you must always make sure that people are proud. You inspire the people before you can be self-centered.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So with that, my submission to this, to our people, a country without, honestly, respect, unity is useless. A country must always be there for the people and protect each and everyone's submission and evidence to build tomorrow, a better tomorrow. A country must rely on the truth and evidence that are honest. Like me sitting here, I'm going to be exposing the truth and honesty of my experience. And then I don't believe in everything I do, there's fabrication. Yeah. I don't fabricate stories here. Maybe me, I can be one of the last or most important amongst others who will speak out the truth, but they must learn. You know, instead of learning and being judgmental doesn't help you because you're going to sleep with an empty head and empty thought. Kalamu, seher. Some thoughts are evil, some words are magic. You understand? You find that you utter the words where you are cursing others only to find you curse yourself. If God doesn't permit that something wrong happen to you, nobody will touch you. Nothing wrong will happen to you. You understand? But they don't understand. You understand? So our government is not godly fearing government, although Labakena Parliament and they'll say, so help me God, like a court, so help me God, yet they are lying. You understand? They fear not to take a vow before or in the name of the mighty because they think God is a fool. You cannot fool God. You are fooling yourself when you go and take a vow and covenant between you and the nation. Or not to such chabagatu. You understand? You cannot say you want to lead the nation, yet you are a thief yourself. You cannot take a vow. There's no guilty conscience. There's no morals in our leadership. There's no apology in our government. There's no understanding in our society. Our people are vulnerable. People are angry. People are sad. People are disappointed. And you cannot go out there and help everyone because there's no capacity. Well, I understand, my brother.
Correct.
So going to other thing is that this thing of crime also gives us a very serious leadership crisis. Our leaders will always be in crisis and society will always be angry. The moment government keep on lying to people, they are making anger in our communities. And not only in food security, in the RDP houses that they're promising them, in everything that they are doing. Bamak, these people, they lie too much. Then sometimes people, because more for 50,000, you give a 50,000 or 5,000 now, they tend to now believe that you're going to do it continuously, only to find that you're only doing it because you wanted to achieve a position in place, or you want the next term in government. Then you are bribing almost everyone. You are pretending to offer some people something. Then also, there are skilled professionals out there. And if you look at in South Africa, people because of insecurity, people who are professional, they leave the country. They go and work out, your doctors, your lawyers, and so forth. They are leaving the country because we have lies. And the lies destroy trust in our country. The lies destroyed humanity and socialism. Our government, our ministers, our MPs must learn the truth. You can never go wrong if Udula Buanet. Speak the truth in your life. You won't lose anything. So these days, everyone, 90%, let me just say 60% are liars. You understand? So my advice and plea to our viewers, thank you once again for watching and appreciating all the time when I'm here, you people come back. May God make it easy. I'm leaving it up to you, Honorable Sir. Thank you very much.
I have a quote here on the things that you've just mentioned about the government and their lies. That quote, it says, unfulfilled promises, they make a heart bitter. So we can literally say our nation is bitter at the moment.
No, we are bitter.
We are bitter because of unfulfilled promises that we got even from the government.
Yeah, no, we are bitter.
With that, I would like to say thank you, South Africa, and good evening.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.